Hello, Skye Taylor here. Today we're going to talk about abstracts. What are they? Well, there's two types of abstracts. There's intellectual and non-intellectual. What's the difference? Well, this would be a non-intellectual abstract. That means there's nothing to it. It's just a series of colors. Colors that excite you. And that's what an abstract should do. That would be a non-intellectual abstract. Just a minute. Now, what's an intellectual abstract? I'll show you. Oops. Okay, this would be an intellectual abstract because even though it is an abstract, you could still see something in it. You know that it's a band. There's no question about it. You could see the different forms, and it looks like players in a band, and that would be an intellectual abstract. Now, I had a guy come up to me one time, and he says to me, he says, "You know, Skye," he says, "I don't get abstracts at all." He says, "I don't understand what they are." I said, "Well, I think you do." And he says, "No, I don't." I says, "I think you do. I think you understand what an abstract is." I said, "Let me explain this to you. On the 4th of July, when you get your lawn chair out and you sit there and you're looking up at the dark sky and you see all the explosions of different colors, what do you think?" And he thought for a minute and he says, "You know what, I love that." He says, "I love the 4th of July." I said, "Well, then you understand abstracts." That's a non-intellectual abstract. It's a series of explosions of colors that excite you. And nothing excites people more than the 4th of July. So if you enjoy the 4th of July, why couldn't you enjoy an abstract, a non-intellectual abstract? It's the colors. That's all it is. And it drives me crazy when people stand there and they'll look at that and say, "Oh, well, I see a horse. Well, I see a man walking a dog." No, you don't. It's non-intellectual. It is what it is, and it is nothing but colors. Colors designed to excite you. That's it. If you see a dog in this, well, that's different. Maybe I drew a dog in there. That's different. That would be an intellectual abstract. That's the difference, folks. You're not going to see a dog or a horse in that. If you do, that's the Horseshack test. You're crazy. You are crazy. You're nuts. Nothing in there. Nothing. It's just colors designed. It's designed to excite you. That's it. In order to understand abstracts, you have to understand color. Color is the most important thing in an abstract. Let's do a little homework. I want you to look at an artist from the 1800s who totally understood color. His name was George Seurat. Take a look at this, folks. Here's a painting he did called The Bathers. What's neat about this is it was done with dots. He understood what colors worked with what colors. He basically was the father of pixels. You have a high-definition television today, and high definition is defined by how many pixels are in the screen. He painted in dots. All these are dots, hundreds and hundreds of dots. He knew what dot went to next what dot went next to what dot in order to make it luminescent. He did this over 100 years ago. High-definition televisions are pixels. The man was way ahead of his time. Incredible. What is an abstract? An abstract is push and pull. It's movement. Take a look at this painting right here. You've got a splash going on here. You've got a splash going up this way. You've got something going this way. You've got movement going this way and movement going this way. That's what it's all about. It's about movement. movement. Whenever you're painting an abstract, paint with movement. Have you ever noticed some artists will paint really quick with the brush? That's because they don't have time to think. They're being free with their brush strokes. And when you're painting an abstract, you should be free with your brush strokes. If you're taking time and painting every little line, you might be missing the point. It depends. If it's intellectual abstract, which we discussed, yeah, maybe you will take your time and paint every little line. But a non-intellectual abstract such as this, get that brush, load it with paint, and slap that thing on. Get movement in your paintings. Paint this way and that way, go up, go down. It'll make a big difference in your art. It'll make you incredible. Because that's what it's all about. Color and movement. Creating energy in the painting. That's what makes it pop. It's almost like a 4th of July explosion. But that's what makes the difference. Now you're going to get people that'll come by and say, you know what? I love that painting. And well, that's good. And then you're going to get people that say, I hate it. But you know what? Don't care. What do you care if they hate it? You know what you did? As an artist, when somebody has a reaction to the painting, whether it's good or whether it's bad, you've taken probably a few seconds of their life. Maybe if they stop for 10 seconds, you've taken 10 seconds of their life for them to look at your work and make a judgment, good or bad. But you've taken a part of their life, a moment away from their life. They spent analyzing what you did. So that's not bad. You actually did your job as an artist. You stopped somebody. And that's all you want to do. You want to create a reaction. You want to get a reaction. And not everybody is going to like your work. Not everybody, no. But what do you care? The main thing is to please yourself. Remember one thing. Opinions are just that. They're opinions. And other people's opinions don't matter. When it all boils down to it, what really matters is your opinion. Because you're the artist. It's your vision and your genius that went into creating this piece. And yeah, you are a genius. You're unique, and there'll never be another you. There'll never be another person like you. Some people will understand you and share your vision, and some people won't. But that's the way it is. Not everybody's going to be on board and like what you do, and you don't care. Whenever you create a painting, my personal opinion is, don't ask opinions. Because if they say something bad, it might get you all upset. And it might not be the truth at all. That's their opinion. It's just like, for instance, when you enter your painting into a show. A judge may never pick your painting, and it might really be the best painting in the whole place. But at that given moment, his mind was somewhere else. He picked something else. Another day and another time, he might have picked yours. There's no telling. People that win prizes, and I've won plenty of awards, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It doesn't mean mine was really the best. That's the judge's opinion. At that moment, I captured his attention. On another given day, it would be somebody else. It depends on where their mind is at that given moment. That's all that is. That's all it is. So winning an award doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is that you paint something that you love. And if you love it, that's all that matters. Sign your name to it and sign it proud. That's all that matters. My wife will usually take a look at some of my work and say, oh my God, I hate that. Then what happens is I usually win an award on it or I sell it right away. But I have to admit she's getting better at it. Because now when she says she hates something or she likes something, she's probably getting a little bit more accurate. but for a while I could easily gauge. She hated something, I knew it was a winner. But I don't ever really listen. If I like it, I stay with it. I don't listen to what she says. Because everybody has a different viewpoint on your work. They will. And it's not important. It's what's important is what you think. You're the genius. You're the artist. It's your vision and your creation. And nobody can do what you do. Nobody. They might emulate you, but it's not you. You're you. So what you create, and if you love it, that's all that matters. So go out and create that masterpiece. Because you're a genius. Yes, you are. And there'll never be another artist like you. My name's Skye Taylor. Thanks. Bye.